Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. And we're able to bring you these deep dives because of Dulaxi, so big thanks to them for making this possible. Today we're going to be talking about No More, which is the latest release from jazz vocalist Michele Thomas.
No More is really interesting because it started out as an instrumental piece by Hubert Laws.
Oh, wow.
Back in the 1960s, and then later on Jon Hendricks added lyrics to it. And now Michele is bringing her own style to it with a mix of jazz, gospel, R&B, and soul.
Yeah, so she's really kind of like reinterpreting it for a whole new generation. And, she released it on a really significant day, the last day of Black History Month.
Right, which makes this project even more interesting because No More is all about resilience and empowerment and freedom, all themes that resonate with Black History Month.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we've got this incredible artist taking on this classic song with this really powerful message, and she's releasing it at a time when these themes are so important. But there's more to it, right? There's this amazing lyric video, too, that was created by Kevin M. Gates.
Yeah, the video is like a visual anthem.
Wow. That amplifies the song's message through historical images and abstract art and symbolic designs. It's really cool. Gates wove together this powerful visual narrative that honors the past and connects it to the ongoing struggle for civil rights.
So it's not just about listening to the song, a whole visual experience, too.
Exactly. It really elevates the whole thing.
I want to talk about her vocal performance for sure, but before we do that, let's break down the music itself. It's not your typical jazz sound, is it?
No, it's not.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's very layered and dynamic, and each instrument plays a really specific role. It starts with that solid foundation laid down by bassist Clark Summers and drummer Darren Scorza. They really create this driving groove that propels the song forward. And then there's Chris Mayhew on Rhodes and piano.
Hold on, wait a second. For those of us who aren't musicians, what exactly is a Rhodes?
Oh, right, yeah. So a Rhodes is an electric piano with a very distinctive sound. It's warm and mellow and slightly bell-like. And Chris Mayhew's playing really adds a layer of richness and depth to the song. Okay, got it. So we've got the groove, we've got the piano. What else?
Well, there's Neil Alger on guitar, who kind of subtly weaves in and out of the arrangement, adding texture and color. But I think the part that really stands out is the horn section with Jeff Hedberg on trumpet and Chris Green on saxophones.
Yeah, the horns add so much energy and excitement.
They do. And the way they interact with Michele's vocals is really interesting. It's almost like a call-and response, where the horns answer her phrases, creating this really cool dynamic interplay.
It's really cool how they do that.
Yeah, and it's very reminiscent of gospel and jazz traditions.
And speaking of Michelle's voice, I mean, her performance is just captivating. She brings so much depth and emotion to the lyrics.
Her vocal style is really special. She's got this vibrancy and warmth, but she's also incredibly expressive. She can be smooth and jazzy one moment and then transition into this almost gospel-like fervor the next.
It's amazing. She can convey like a whole range of emotions in just one single phrase.
Exactly. And her timing is incredible. She knows exactly when to hold back, when to let loose, and when to just let the music breathe.
The production is great, too, I have to say. The mix is so clean and balanced you can hear every instrument clearly. But Michelle's voice always remains front and center.
Yeah, it's really well produced. It shows the skill of the producer and the engineers.
Yeah.
They were able to create this sonic landscape that's both intricate and accessible. So each element shines through, but it doesn't overwhelm the listener.
This is already so fascinating, and we've only just scratched the surface.
I know. We've talked about the history of the song, the musical arrangement, the visuals, and Michelle's vocal performance, but we still need to get into the heart of it, all the lyrics and the powerful message they convey.
Yeah, we need to do that.
And that's exactly where we'll pick up after a quick break.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to continue our exploration of No More.
You know, it's really cool how she takes this instrumental from way back in the 60s and makes it her own. Blending all these musical styles together. It's not just a cover, it's like...
Yeah, it's like a total reimagining.
Right, it is. And releasing it at the end of Black History Month is such a statement. It really ties those themes of resilience and freedom to what's happening today.
It's like she's saying, these issues are still here. This fight's not over. And the way she sings those lyrics, too, there's just so much raw emotion in her voice. You really feel it.
And her phrasing is so good. The way she holds on to some of those words, just letting the meaning sink in. Like when she sings, "No more will I be denied," it gives me chills.
Oh, I know. And then you combine that with those visuals in the lyric video. It's powerful.
Kevin M. Gates did such an incredible job on that video.
He really did.
He's not just creating something to look at. He's telling a whole story.
Yeah.
And that story adds so much to the message of the song.
You can tell he really thought about every single image, every transition, every design choice. It's amazing how he brings together those historical images with the abstract art and the symbolic designs.
He's helping us see the connection between the past and the present. You know, those struggles that keep coming back, and how important it is to keep fighting for equality.
It's really special how the video, the music, and her performance all come together to create something so powerful. It's more than just a song.
Right, and you really feel that connection to the song's history and how relevant it still is today.
It really speaks to how timeless these themes are.
Yeah.
Resilience, empowerment, freedom. They're not just ideas, they're things that people are experiencing right now.
And that's what makes her take on No More so important. It's a reminder that we're all part of this fight, this struggle for a better world.
A more just world.
Exactly. It makes you want to think about what you can do to help create that world.
It does. It's inspiring.
And it shows just how powerful art can be. It can inspire, it can challenge, it can move us to action.
No More is more than just a song. It's a statement.
It is. It's like a conversation starter,
Yeah.
a way to make change.
That's such a good way to put it. And we've talked about so much already. But there's one more thing we need to talk about. The way all the musicians work together. It's really incredible. It's amazing how all these musicians came together and they're all like breathing together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. There's like the synergy between them. They're all so in tune with each other.
Like they're all on the same wavelength.
Yeah, right from the beginning, you've got that rhythm section with Clark Summers on bass and Darren Scorza on drums, and they just lay down this foundation of pure energy.
It's so powerful.
It really drives the song forward. And it's not just about power either. They're so subtle and responsive to everything that's going on around them.
Exactly.
And then you've got Chris Mayhew adding this warmth and texture with his Rhodes and piano.
You know, when you explained what a Rhodes was earlier, I realized like how important that sound is to the whole feel of the song. It adds this like mellow, almost nostalgic vibe that really works well with that driving rhythm section.
It does. It's like a cool contrast.
Yeah.
That's a great observation. It's that interplay of different textures and moods that keeps you hooked. Then you have Neil Alger on guitar, and he's kind of weaving in and out, adding these little accents and flourishes here and there.
But for me, it's the horns that really make it special. I mean, when Jeff Hedberg's trumpet and Chris Green's saxophones come in, it just takes the song to a whole other level.
Right. There's just this energy and emotion in their playing. It's raw and powerful.
And the way they play off of Michelle's vocals is so cool.
It is. It's like they're having a conversation back and forth.
And that call and response thing reminds me of old school gospel and jazz.
Exactly. It's like they're building on each other's energy, and it really brings out the emotion in those lyrics.
I get chills every time.
Me too. It's in those moments that you realize this is more than just a song, you know?
Yeah, it's like a statement.
Right. It's about the power of people to overcome anything.
Yeah.
And it's about hope.
Absolutely. And of course, we can't forget about that amazing lyric video Kevin M. Gates created. It's just stunning.
The way he mixes those historical images with the abstract art and the symbolism is just beautiful.
He's a true artist.
It's not just a video. It adds a whole other layer to the experience. You really understand the message of the song on a deeper level after seeing it.
And No More is a song with so many layers. It's about the fight for freedom and equality, but it's also about those struggles we all have in our own lives.
Yeah. It reminds us that resilience, empowerment, freedom, those aren't just ideas. They're things we should all be striving for.
Both personally and as a society.
Exactly. Michele is giving us this powerful and so timely reminder that we all need to step up and do our part to create a more just and equal world.
That's what I take away from this song.
It's a call to action for sure.
This has been such a great deep dive.
I know.
So insightful and inspiring.
We've talked about the history, the music, the visuals, and most importantly, the message behind this incredible song.
Michele Thomas's No More is a perfect example of how music can move us, inspire us, and even challenge us to be better.
It really is. So we hope you'll check it out, listen to it, watch the video, and think about what it means to you. How does her version connect with your own ideas about freedom and resilience?
What does No More mean to you?
We hope this deep dive has given you something to think about. Maybe even inspired you to go out and make a difference.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep.